Hello and welcome to the IELTS-Banke channel. Here I help you achieve your desired band scores across all modules: IELTS listening, IELTS speaking, IELTS reading, IELTS writing. You will find valuable tips and information that will help you to ace the exam once and for all. So if you are new here, kindly hit the like button, share and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to know once I upload valuable videos for your IELTS examination success. And without much ado, let's get into today's lesson, shall we? In this task, you are going to write a letter to a friend of yours who is thinking about applying for the same course that you did at university. He or she has asked for your advice about studying. Friend, in your letter, give details of the course you took at the university. Explain why you recommend the university. Give some advice about how to apply. This is an informal letter because you are asked to write a letter to your friend, and the imaginary recipient is known, taken as known. Now, we start with writing the letter. This letter was submitted by one of my VIP students, and I believe that once you watch how it is reviewed, corrected, and vetted, you can learn from this video and it will help you in your own write-up. So this is what the student has written. Welcome to the IELTS online YouTube channel, IELTS-Banke YouTube channel. My name is Banke Adewusi and I am the professional teacher. I help my learners achieve their learning goals by breaking down hard concepts into simple, easy to understand learning points in a fun, relaxed, engaging, and learner-focused atmosphere. So you are welcome. If you have not subscribed, please consider doing so that you'll be the first to know once I upload new videos, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. So let's continue. The writer has written, "Dear Tosin, I'm glad to write you this letter. Hope you are doing great. I remember you seek for my opinion about the course to study at the university. I will recommend mass communication. Mass communication will be a great course to study. As a brilliant literature student, studying the course won't be difficult. Mass communication is the process of disseminating information to heterogeneous audience through the use of mass media such as radio, television, and newspaper. It is large course that can be classified into three, which includes journalism, broadcasting, and public relation, and advertisement, which is also known as outdoor media. The course basically informs, educates, and entertains. I will suggest you apply for the course at Lagos State University, LASU. Studying the course at School of Communication in LASU will be the best because it has a standard media studio for learning. Practicals are made easy at the faculty. The most attractive part of the university is that they don't join ASU's talk. It is important to note that you must select your preferred institution during your UTME registration, and LASU should be your first choice of institution. Also, your best O-level results grade, including mathematics and English language, should be used for your registration because that's what LASU will use to grade you for post UTME. Best of luck. What counts? 219. Now, this is my review and correction. So this is what the reviewed version will sound like. Dear Tosin, I'm glad to write you this letter and trust you are doing great. I remember that in your last email, you sought my opinion about the course to study in at the university. Hence, I will recommend that you go for mass communication. I will recommend that you go for mass communication. These parts that are highlighted are my own words that I have imputed so that it will make it read effortlessly. Now, consider that I have struck out all that was written in the second paragraph, which is addressing that part that says give details of the course you took at the university. If you look at what was initially written, mass communication will be a great course to study. This is not giving us the details of the course, and this is how I have rewritten it. You will see that I struck out all. You can see that I struck out all the, see, all these have been struck out, right? And this is what the reread version will look like. Personally, having studied the course myself, the question still says again here, it says what? Give details of the course you took at the university. And so I say, personally, having studied the course myself, it will interest you to know that as a 4-year degree program, you would be taking courses mainly in broadcasting and advertisement for the first and second years of training. By the 3rd year, the focus will be majorly on journalism, and in the final year, you will be taking 6 courses in public relations and the use of mass media such as radio and television. Lastly, you will be expected to write a 12-unit project based on any assigned topic by your potential supervisor. So this is a detailed description of what the course entails compared to what the writer initially wrote. Now, what does the second bullet point say? So I always tell my students that when you submit your write-up, you should always include the question, so that I have to go back to the question from time to time to check whether the task response was adequate and that what the writer was saying is directly addressing what the question says. So we are now talking about explain why you recommend the university. So let's go to the 3rd paragraph. This is the first paragraph. That's the introductory paragraph. Here is the first paragraph. Yeah. So this is the first paragraph. Okay. And that's the introduction. So this is the second paragraph. This is the second paragraph. Now we are going to talk about the 3rd paragraph. which is addressing the second bullet point. What does it say again? Explain why you recommend the university. So my correction here says, hence, I will highly recommend that you pursue the degree in mass communication at the School of Communication in the Lagos State University. This is because they have a standard media studio for learning and practical sessions. Their media studio is one of the best in the country at the moment. Most importantly, the university has uninterrupted power supply and world-class facilities that can't be found elsewhere in the world. So you can see, you are recommending the university because it has a standard media studio, which is one of the best in the country. It also has uninterrupted power supply and world-class facilities that can't be found anywhere else in the world. So those are two cogent reasons why you are recommending that institution. So you can see it's answering the question of explain why you recommend the university. You know, when you explain, you must be able to extend your ideas. It's not just enough to say that they have a standard media studio. You need to extend that by saying that that standard media studio is one of the best in the country at the moment, right? So you can also extend it by making references to the various items or equipment in that media studio to extend the idea. So most times students fail to extend the ideas. They just lump up ideas in a paragraph. Okay, so you shouldn't do that. And you should also punctuate your work properly. Punctuation improves readability, which has an effect on coherence and cohesion. So take notes. Now lastly, the last bullet point question says what? Give some advice about how to apply. Now, what was written by the students, I just crossed out everything. Can you see it? If you are saying that it is important to note that you must select your preferred institution during your UTME registration, that is not telling us how to apply. So you just begin that paragraph by saying to apply, you need to purchase the Lasso Smart Card bearing a 16-digit PIN from the Omega shop that is directly opposite the school's gate, as you will not be able to get the card elsewhere. Then log on to their website then you complete how you want to tell your friend to apply. So I've left that all for my students to complete that. Okay, and then at the end of the letter you can also have a last line paragraph. There's no last line paragraph here, so the last line paragraph can say, if you have any further questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me, before you now write best of luck. And your closing should have a closing. The closing must have a comma. This is the closing. Her own closing doesn't have a comma, so you can see I've highlighted it and put comma. And then lastly, I always say, don't use Yoruba names or any other type of name. Use English names. Okay, this is an English examination. So with these few points of mine, we have come to the end of this task vetting review and correction. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do so now. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so that you will be the first to know once new helpful videos for your IELTS test preparations are uploaded. You want to try any informal question and submit to my WhatsApp class. Let me see whether this was helpful. If it was helpful, I want you to like it, leave a comment, ask your questions in the comments below this video, and let me know what you think. And if you have questions on things you want me to record videos on and put it up on the channel, don't forget to leave a comment. I'll see you in the next video.